So we're going to do low-carb diets or low-carb lifestyle, myths versus truth. The first myth is that low-carb dieting, like the Atkins diet, is a fad. What I'm teaching you here is 200-year-old, what used to be common knowledge. The truth is that carbohydrates have been known to be uniquely fattening foods since the 1800s, and it was common knowledge even among physicians up until the 1960s. What changed in the 1960s was they theorized, they hypothesized that saturated fat caused heart disease. So they said, you got to cut the saturated fat. They knew that heart disease was associated with obesity. They said, well, good, you cut the saturated fat, you'll lose weight too. They thought that you were obese and you had a heart attack because of saturated fat, and that's never been proven. So this is published in 1825. So I'm not teaching you anything new. I'm not revealing knowledge that's never been revealed before. And I'm going to read you this quote. It says, as it has already been clearly shown, it's only because of grains and starches that fatty congestion can occur, as much as in the animals. And it can be deduced as an exact consequence that a more or less rigid abstinence from anything that is starchy or floury will lead to a lessening of weight. Oh heavens, all you readers of both sexes will cry out. Oh heavens above, but what a wretch the professor is. Here in a single word, he forbids us everything we most love, those little white rolls, and those cookies and 100 other things made with flour and butter and flour and sugar and eggs. He doesn't even leave us potatoes or macaroni. Who would have thought this of a lover of good food who seems so pleasant? What's this I hear, as I exclaim, putting on my severest face, which I do perhaps once a year. Very well then, eat, get fat. This is from Jean Briand Savarin, 1825. His book called The Physiology of Taste. So low-carb diet's just a fad. No, this has been known for a long time. William Banting, in 1869, published the first diet book ever. The guy was a 5'5" undertaker in London who retired. And he was 200 pounds. So 5'5", 200 pounds, a pretty big guy. And this is a quote from the book. It says, the items from which I was advised to abstain as much as possible were bread, butter, milk, sugar, beer, and potatoes, which had been the main and I thought innocent elements of my subsistence, or at all events they had been for many years adopted freely. These, said my excellent advisor, contain starch and saccharine matter. Saccharine matter is sugar, tending to create fat and should be avoided altogether.